Hello student, myself Digan Sakhiwala. I am your science sir. Today we will continue chapter number 8, how do organisms reproduce. Dear student, last time we learned about the asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction in the flowering plant, as well as we learn about the reproduction in the human being. Today we are going to learn about the maturation cycle. Okay, so we will start. Sexual cycle in the female. The sexual cycle in the female is called the menstrual cycle or maturation. It occurs as follow. Okay, so here we can see the sexual cycle in female. The sexual cycle in the female is called the menstrual cycle or maturation. It occurs as follow. When a girl reaches puberty at the age of about 12 years, the sex hormone released into her blood causes some of the ova in her ovaries to become mature. So at the age where the girl reaches to the puberty, at the age of that 12 years, the sex hormone released into her blood causes some of the ova in her ovaries to become mature. Okay, so because of the hormone, some of the ova in her ovaries became mature. Usually one mature ovum is released from the ovary into the fallopian tube once every 28 days. So once every 28 days, the one mature ovum is released from the ovary into the fallopian tube. Before ovulation, the inner lining of the uterus becomes thick and spongy and full of tiny blood vessels and prepare itself to receive the fertilized egg. So before ovulation, okay, whatever ovum is produced, before ovulation, the inner lining of the uterus became a thick and spongy. So uterus, inside it is became a thick and spongy and full of teeny blood vessels, prepare itself to receive the fertilized egg. If the ovum does not get the fertilized due to the non-availability of the sperm in the female body, then the thick and soft inner lining of uterus is no longer needed, hence it breaks. Why it breaks down? Okay, why the ovum is break down? Because if the ovum does not get fertilized due to the non-availability of sperm, if the sperm is not present in the female body, then the thick and soft inner lining of the uterus is no longer needed, hence it breaks. So the thick and soft inner lining of the uterus along the blood vessels and dead ovum comes out of vagina in the form of bleeding called the maturation, and because of that reason this ovum is come out. So the thick and soft inner lining of the uterus along with the blood vessels and dead ovum, main thing is here dead ovum, comes out of the vagina in the form of bleeding called the maturation. So if the ovum does not meet with the sperm, so it is become a dead and it come out of vagina in the form of bleeding called the maturation. Maturation usually occur 14 days after ovulation and usually lasts for about 3 to 5 days. Okay, so we can say that maturation usually occur 14 days after ovulation. So after ovulation 14 days after that it occur and it usually lasts for how many days? 3 to 5 days. This cycle maturation is repeated again and again in a female after 28 days and is controlled by the hormone. So this particular maturation cycle is controlled by the hormone, and this cycle of maturation is repeated again and again in a female after 28 days. Okay, you have to remember that how many days? 28 days. Menarche. The beginning of the maturation at puberty is called the menarche. Okay, so what we can say that the beginning of maturation, okay, the beginning of the maturation at puberty is called the menarche. Menopause. The age at which the maturation stop and female lose her ability to bear the children is called the menopause. So what is called menopause? A stage at which the woman has not ability to bear the children. Why? Because the age at which the maturation stop, female loses her ability to bear the children is called the menopause. Okay. Menstruation also stop temporarily when a female gets the pregnant. So when the female gets pregnant, at that time also the menstruation is stopped. Reproductive health. Reproductive organ need a lot of care and hygiene. Okay, so reproductive organ need a lot of care and hygiene. If we not maintain the care and hygiene, then it may possible that we will suffer from what? Syphilis, AIDS. Otherwise they are susceptible to many infectious disease. The disease which spread through the sexual route are known as the sexual transmitted disease. Okay, so the disease which spread through the sexual routes are known as sexually transmitted disease. In short, they are called the STD, sexual transmitted disease. Bacterial infection like syphilis and gonorrhea. So syphilis is example of what? Bacterial infection. Okay, syphilis and gonorrhea. Viral infection like what? Warts and HIV/AIDS. Warts, in that what happen? A black color of spot is produced on the skin, that is called warts. HIV, dear student, we know that HIV is the virus, human immunovirus, and AIDS is what? Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Condom helps to prevent the transmission of this infection to some extent. Okay, condom can help only for the some extent to stop this type of disease, not permanently it stop it properly. AIDS cure has not been invented till now, and it may cause the death if not treated properly. So there is no treatment for the AIDS disease. Okay, so it may cause the death. Population control. Frequent pregnancy causes the many health problem and also adds to an already exploding population. So population control is very important. We are on the second most position after China. Okay, in future we will cross the China also. So frequent pregnancy causes many health problems. So health problem include in the baby as well as the pregnant lady, and also adds to an already exploding population, and population is also increases. Many ways have been devised to avoid the pregnancy. Contraception can be achieved by the following methods. So we can avoid pregnancy by the different method. First method is physical barrier method. Second is surgical method, chemical method, and IUCD method. Physical barrier, to prevent the union of sperm and egg, use of condoms. So we can use the condom, so we can stop the union of sperm and the egg. As well as we can use a diaphragm and the cervical cap. Cervical cap and diaphragm are the rubber type of tube. Cervical cap female can use for the 72 hours, whereas diaphragm, it is a rubber tube which can use for the 24 hours. Surgical method. Surgical method is also called the sterilization, and it is possible in woman as well as male and female. Vasectomy, the vas deferens of male is blocked to prevent the sperm transfer. So vasectomy, in that what happened? The vas deferens of the male is blocked. So sperm is not going in the vagina. It is already stopped in the male body only. In tuberculotomy, the fallopian tube of the female is blocked to prevent egg to reach the uterus. Okay, so in the tuberculotomy, the fallopian tube of the female is blocked to prevent the egg to reach the uterus. Okay. Chemical method. Oral contraceptive OCS changes the hormone balance to the check the egg release in the female. OCS has side effects. So many contraceptive pills are available, but it has so many side effects are there. Oral contraceptive changes the hormonal balance to the check the egg release in the female. OC has many side effects. IUCD, that is called intrauterine contraceptive device. Copper or the loop is placed in the uterus to prevent the pregnancy. IUCD, in that intrauterine contraceptive device, copper or loop is placed in the uterus to prevent the pregnancy. So this is all about the today's portion. I think student get the much more knowledge about this particular topic. If you like my video, then like and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.